Welcome to the back nine coverage of round one of the 2024 Flying Eye Open here at the Crucible. My name is Bryson James. To the right of me is Joseph Anderson. How was round one?
Yeah, it was a great front nine here. First round at the Flying Eye at this amazing Crucible course here in Athens, Georgia. Excited to get into the back nine. Again, not super hot scores to start off the front nine.
Yeah, just 3 under through the front nine. Myself and Cade are tied, and a few at 2 under. The back nine, I think, is a little bit more challenging, though, than the front. So we'll see if the scores continue to go down or if a few folks find the rough.
Yeah, a lot of people in the mix here. Excited to get into it.
All right, so again, myself, Davis, Cade, and Joey. Hole 10 is another par 4, 511 feet. This first shot is very uphill, and the only real approach to get yourself in position for the second shot is a sidearm. So you'll see, I think all of our cards throw sidearm, but you want to land in this gap just to make it up to this green. It's fairly open, but you can see that gap. It's pretty small. You really want to be in position off that tee.
Yeah, this hole is significantly uphill, so getting height underneath that forehand is really important.
And getting the distance too. I think, again, one of these tee pads they move back is this one, so it makes it a pretty challenging tee shot. I think most folks are going driver here off the tee just to get that distance. But again, you really want it to go up that hill, which sacrifices a lot of that distance, but you also want it right.
Yeah, Cade kind of pulling over on his forehand there. He's going to be out of position.
And that needs to go. All right, yeah, just punch it through that corner, and that's actually a pretty decent spot.
Yeah, he's a little bit farther back, but he's going to have a great angle for that gap.
Yeah, like you mentioned, Cade turned his drive over, is in the rough here, doing a forehand roller, and unfortunately finds the rough on the right side this time.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit on the front nine, but taking your medicine when you get in the rough and just playing for par or even playing for bogey if you need to. And Cade just got maybe a little bit too aggressive there with that forehand roller. Mm-hmm. And Davis.
Look at the shot is from Davis.
Yeah.
A little bit out of position, a little further back than most, but really great shot. So you can see us, we didn't get far right as we wanted, so we have a little bit tighter window, and turn my approach shot a little bit to the right, leaving me about 45 feet, maybe 50. Similar shot for you, the tighter gap on the left side. Oh, and you fight through.
Yeah, I probably hit the smallest gap there, and that should be an easy cleanup.
Really. Yeah, 10 feet, that's great. Now we're back at Cade. If we can get his way out this time. Yeah, I think he heard you on that. Taking his medicine this time. Getting out to the fairway just to make that next shot a little bit easier.
Yeah, he's only probably about 200 feet from here, maybe even a little bit less, and kind of scaring the basket a little bit there.
Yeah, a little skip, but should be easy enough to clean up his bogey. So again, I'm 45, 50, and right in the heart.
Yeah, a lot of confidence there. A lot of confidence so far for you on the putting green.
And we haven't seen that from Davis. That's probably the second one that we've seen him miss.
Good cleanup from Cade there. And like you said, I'm about 10 feet here. Kind of got a little lucky on that second shot, but I will take
still
the
a great
birdie.
birdie. Still a great birdie. Especially for how we didn't get into exact position that you would want off the tee. To still get the birdies on that hole. It's getting strokes on the card, like you saw, getting 2 on Cade and 1 on Davis. So we're starting to pull our weight here a little bit.
Yep. Moving on to hole 11, we got another par 4, 628 feet. It's pretty tight off the tee. You want to get right. A lot of players are going to opt for the forehand off the tee to kind of set you up for this downhill second shot, which if you are on the left side, it kind of pinches that gap off, pinches the fairway off, and makes it challenging. So you really want to just get right and then control that distance coming down there.
Yeah, really difficult hole. Like you mentioned, a lot of players are going to throw forehand like you see myself here, but you don't want to go too far right because that rough gets really close and can really hinder your second shot. And it looks like the ground play was fortunate for me there.
Yeah, you're going to be in position a little bit farther back, but not substantially far back.
You're going for a similar shot, more straight, which is ideal, and you're going to be in a similar spot. Still in position.
This looks great from Davis. He's going to be
Watch
right
ground
there
play.
near you.
Oh, perfect. That's great. Yeah, everyone going sidearm off the tee. This looks a little fast. Let's see how the ground play is. Yeah, that little skip. He's on the right side, probably out of position, but he may have a look. Tricky with this approach shot because it's downhill. That tee shot's uphill, then you're throwing back down. Interesting shot shape here.
Yeah, I really like this hole. I think it's different than a lot of the other holes on the course. I think a lot of the holes are different than each other. It's a very unique, different course.
Fantastic. Look at that.
Yeah, I was happy with that shot. I kind of tested the right side a little bit more than I wanted to, but in the end, another park job.
No, it's what you want. That's a great approach. Cade trying to match that. Didn't get the turn that he wanted, but still has a look from circle 2.
Mm-hmm. He stayed out of the rough, so he's going to have a chance to make that putt there. He's probably about 45, 50 feet. This is a little bit low for you. Need some skip, which it gets. You're going to be right at the edge of circle.
Yeah, fortunate for the skip. I wanted to match the ground for how it's downhill and slipping to the right, so I opted for the sidearm. Cade wanting that to connect. It's still a little short. This is circle edge. Yeah.
Another just confident putt.
Yeah, feeling good after that one, especially after the previous hole. Feeling pretty confident on the green here.
And Davis still not able to connect on some of these tester kind of putts that you want to connect on, 20 to 40 feet.
Yeah, again, usually you see those from Davis as he plays a lot of local stuff. I played with him quite often. Usually those connect for him. Just maybe feeling a little off this first round. There we go. Not a bad par. It's a pretty difficult hole, especially if you're out of position. I've seen some high numbers here, but you played it pretty perfect there. That was a great shot on the approach.
Whoa, what? Zach, I hit a lefty chicken wing.
All right, hole 12. This is a par 3. One of the 2 on the back 9 here. This one's a little different from most of the holes that we play out here. This is a shorter hole, but it's still a tricky shot off the tee. You want it to be an Anheuser, but you want something to flex out as that right side can get really rough. So you'll see most players throw either a putter or mid-range, but you still want to have that flex shot. You'll see that this has a mandatory that you want to stay on the left side of, so it really demands a pretty good tee shot.
Yeah, I would say that Mando tree doesn't really come into play as far as like what you're intentionally trying to do.
But you think about it. You really do
Yeah,
think about it. Tee.
For sure. That's a great shot from you. You're sliding up into
Little
circle
lucky,
1.
got through the V tree there. You're going putter. Oh, that looks great. Pushing that backside of the fairway. Yeah. Perfect shot. That's really nice. That's ideal.
I'm happy with that.
Davis a little low. Oh, actually hits the rocks. He should be okay though. It's a pretty up and down straight shot from there. This tee shot really makes the angle for the hole. And Cade also going through the V tree.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that's a great result. I mean that's a shot. You aim at that V tree. You hope to be on the right side of it, but 2 of our players went through it and have a birdie look.
Davis going a little bit long with that approach. There are some shrubs back there. That
Yeah, you can see around the green that There are some shrubs and just some other obstacles around the circle to really shape the hole, and Davis found a little bit of that. And unfortunate left side, you can see that some of that foliage really got to him there.
So 3 birdies, 1 bogey from Davis.
Yeah, the card really played the hole well. Again, different shot shape than most of the holes out here, but this lead card, our feature card, they can accomplish that, no problem.
Yep. Moving on to hole 13. This is a new lengthened pad from previous years. This is a par 4. We got another downhill followed by an uphill shot. It's very crucial to just hit the gap and then get left on this hole. That way you can give yourself the best angle going up to this green. As you can see, there's a rock wall. There's a log there laying that you want to get over, and then it kind of flattens back out, and there's a little drop off behind the green as well. So, I mean, this hole's kind of got it all.
Yeah, this gap's really narrow. I don't think the camera does it justice. It's really crucial to get off the tee here, and I'm in great position, especially after that skip.
Yeah, that was a really good skip. If that had somehow just stopped and caught some
Completely
weird
out of
ground
position.
play,
That's the case. This looks great as well.
Yep, just hitting that gap, getting left. Even if I'm not as far up the fairway, I'm gonna have a good open shot at it there.
This is a little right, needs a fade left.
Yeah, it's just holding straight on him.
Yeah, a little too straight, and as you'll see in the second shot, it really cuts him off from the gap there.
Davis just squeaking by on that left side, but he's gonna have a shot.
Further back, as you can see, it's still probably 300 feet uphill from here. I would expect he throw a fairway just to climb the hill as much as he needs. Yeah, I think he actually threw a mid-range there. As you can see, he came up short. It's more uphill than you would think, especially when you're that far back. Oh, you're in primo position here.
Yeah, I'm throwing mid-range here, neutral. Kind of testing that right side, but had the right speed on it.
Yeah, great result. Maybe a fun little kick at there towards the middle, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going sidearm just to match the finish of the hole. It does go to a little right. And,
that's great.
Yeah, great result for that as well. Cade, like we said, off the tee, a little right. He was still going for the gap.
Yeah.
Just a little out of position.
Even still finding some trouble. That's no gimme putt there. He's probably about 60 here.
Wow, no, I'd say 80. He's far back. No way.
Oh, drains it for the par save.
What a save. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see that again.
Gonna give that a run back.
And death putt, too. If he misses that, that's rolling down the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Great putt by Cade. Way to save that.
Loves it.
Yeah, a little tap. See if Davis makes a run.
Definitely made a run. Didn't leave it short.
Absolutely.
Good cleanup there from, call it 20.
And you as well cleaning up. I think we were both 3 for 3 on this back nine.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's
4
for 4. Yeah, let's go to Wendy's. I like the bid from Davis there. That distance, he didn't go too far. But let's talk about 14, another signature hole here on the Crucible. A little bit further back tee pad than years past. You want to throw a Anheuser shot out of the gap just to manage the gap, but also the landing area of this because it's on a slope. You don't want to go too far down to the left because you'll get out of position for your second shot. The second shot is a tunnel. Only really approach is to lace it for your second shot. So your tee shot's very crucial if you want to get the birdie here.
Looks like you're on with the driver here, and you've got that turn. This looks pretty solid.
Yeah, I like the driver play just because I know it's going to fade back, so I can put a lot of angle on it and not put a lot of spin. So it's more of a controlled driver shot, and it finished right before the rough. And you're throwing a fairway here?
I am. This is a Lutz, and I think I liked it. It was just a little bit too high, so it's going to kind of stall out on me a little bit.
Maybe right on the edge of the rough. I think you still could get a birdie from there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's leaking left. Does it have enough turn? No, that's where a lot of people land if they don't get enough turn on it. It's well positioned, a rough right there on the left.
Ooh, that one kind of squeaked by that same rough that Cade found.
And stopped right there close to your disc, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So fortunate for Davis to punch through. So Davis is on the edge here.
That cart almost looked like it was in the way.
It was close. I think I asked him if I needed to move it. He said no. So are you going for birdie here or just trying to go for just a layup?
I was still trying to attack, get as close as I can. I wasn't expecting to, park it by any means, but I definitely wanted to stay aggressive. Is that same one you threw on hole 8 there?
That's the same disc. It's a similar shot, and I like the flight of it. So that was a pretty good upshot there, especially on one of the harder holes on the course. Cade with a great upshot. I like the choice with the disc. A little bit of roll, but 15 feet. That's great.
Yeah, that forehand second shot plays well into this green the way that the slope is, because the hill kind of travels up to the right. So if you kind of fade out a little bit early with that forehand, it's just going to check up straight towards the pin.
Yeah, I don't think Davis got the turn that he wanted on that, but he still has a look. Maybe circle's edge.
Mm-hmm. I was trying to run this one here.
I saw the height on it.
Yeah, I got it chain high just a little bit right.
The disc is flying good for you today.
Yeah. You can tell he just wants it. He just can't seem to connect on the green. Yeah. I mean, that one was 50, 55 feet maybe, but you can still tell he's a little
good putt from you right there. I know it's a little obstructed, straddle putt. Still a great putt. Davis, similar to look. Yeah, no problem.
It's a good par there from Cade after kind of being
no
position.
kidding. I think he kind of learned to take his medicine and is playing smart. Hope he continues the trend, and I'm going for the biggie bag right here.
Solid. All right, hole 15, par 4, 580 feet. One of the most wooded holes on the course. Again, a new lengthened pad. That's a big trend out here from previous years. A lot of players are just going to be laying up short of this creek, which is OB, and it kind of winds back and forth. That was the short basket. We are playing to the long basket here, and that creek is close to the pin there. So, again, a mid-range and putter. You can even go putter and get your birdie here.
I see a lot of folks throwing mid-range just because of the low ceiling. You can see the trees right there preventing that ceiling. I throw mine just a little too low here off the tee.
Yeah.
Fortunate skip, though.
Yeah, that's still going to be in an okay spot. You're not going to be very close to that second gap, but you're definitely going to have an opportunity to get up and down.
Yeah, in years past, seen people go driver off the tee just to eat as much of the fairway that you can. You are risking the out of the bounds with the creek, but since they moved it back this year, most folks are still going to that laying zone right before the opening and creek area. Davis again with that flippy buzz. Throws that so well.
Flippy buzz? Yeah.
You can hear me asking about it.
Mm-hmm. That's how you draw it up. I want to see what happened here because I really liked this shot.
I did too. I thought you were going to be parked. Maybe just a little short, I guess.
Yeah, a little short left. Some weird ground play because I saw it hit on the leaves, and so I thought it was for sure in bounds. But
oh, what a fortunate kick! I turned my sidearm over, so I was a little further left, and fortunate kick to get right back in bounds.
Cade doing the same thing, but he catches an earlier tree and actually kicks left, so he's going to be inbounds.
And Davis playing this perfectly.
Yep.
Gave himself maybe a 25 footer.
Cade with an easy layup here.
Yeah, par's not bad on this hole.
Yeah, so I was actually out of bounds here, and I took my meter.
Yeah, good
towards
putt.
the basket.
Good save.
Yep, I was happy with that play. You can't tell from this angle, but I kind of had weird setup with the trees there.
Yeah, it is a similar putt. And again, I was maybe a foot from your disc and inbounds.
Yep.
Just from a fortunate kick to get my birdie.
And you're keeping that birdie train going, too.
Slow and steady, man. Maybe a little luck here and there. Yeah, 2 birdies, 2 pars. Pretty average for this hole. But let's talk about 16. This one's much further back. We've, in the past, gone from the short tee that you see here. I would say this one's maybe 330, 350, but downhill, very tight gap off the tee. I've seen a lot of backhands that try to get through this gap and make a late turn, and a few sidearms that get it close, maybe circle 2 bugs. Very difficult to get inside the circle here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very challenging hole. Just super tight is the main thing, I would say.
I'm going sidearm just to flip up, just to get me close. Really just looking for par on this hole. Because getting off the tee, and if you don't get off the tee, it's very challenging from the rough.
Davis going with that buzz again, and he's drifting it, but it's just not specific enough. I mean, this hole is probably the most challenging birdie on the course.
I would say so. I think there was maybe just a couple birdies on the day here. That was a great shot.
Yeah, I was happy with that. A little bit high, so it kind of faded out on me, but a birdie look nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, and you can see if you don't get through the gap, very challenging. But Cade finds this amazing window to get back to the fairway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great shot from there, and he's still going to have to earn it. He's probably 50 feet.
Oh, a little bit further back? No way. Oh.
That's 2 really big putts on the back nine for Cade.
2 run backs. Put it on the resume. Almost no chain. How about that? What a save. 2 huge putts to save par. Yeah, I'm circle 2, 55, maybe 60 feet uphill. No way.
I thought you were just looking for par, man. What are you doing?
Hey, what can I say? It was feeling good.
You didn't want to get big putted.
Yeah, I saw Cade go for it. I was like, I got to do it too.
Sweet.
Come on.
Yeah, we're just kind of putting on a show here. That was about 40 feet, so 3 circle 2 putts there. 2 for birdie, 1 for par.
Man, great showing for my feature card. I was expecting a run back on yours too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's more like a soccer goal than a basket. Everyone made that thing look huge. Hole 17, par 4, 629 feet. Again, really, really tight off the tee to get into this open area to set up your second shot. You'll see a lot of people go backhand, some sidearms, just to get in position, as this is an island green. A few folks will lay up and not even attempt to go for the green on the second shot, just due to this OB. So we'll see if majority of the folks can get through the gap here off the tee.
Hey, you're going forehand here, and yeah, this gap, I can't overstate how tight this gap really is and how far it is.
Yeah, this is a good angle to show. But this is also after we waited maybe 20 minutes on the tee here just for other cards trying to finish the hole.
Yeah, we had a really long backup. I was really happy with this shot here. That's going to be...
Yeah, it didn't bother you at all. That's great.
Yeah, that'll
Great
be
shot.
Perfect position for me. You kind of caught that skinny middle tree and kicked to the right. Davis hitting the gap nicely and skipping to the right.
I was expecting him to go a little bit higher just to get more distance, but I still respect the play. And Cade going the right side fairway. Didn't see that gap, but he's out there in the open.
Yeah, there's kind of a sneaky window on that right side if you do pull it right.
It's probably gonna go in the high grass. So I hit the skinny tree off the tee here, and I got kicked back pretty far. I'm trying to get back to that main gap with the driver. And that was better than I thought. That was a better result than I was actually trying to go for. Really, really happy with that result.
Cade just laying up, like you were saying, short of the island, just conceding to par at best.
And Davis is going for the island. And left it a little short. It's uphill too. It's a smash. And I'm going to try to save par here. I'm actually going to go for it as well. Put a little bit extra flex on it.
Yeah, that's great. Parked. It's a great par save after that tee shot, not getting out.
Yeah, but would love to be here. Great position by you.
Yeah, I was happy with this shot.
Mid-range?
Yeah, throwing the Cactus Z there, which is kind of a mid-range fairway hybrid.
Yeah, great play just for the uphill. And Cade sticking to his game plan. Pretty routine par here. So Davis is going to the drop zone. If we just lay up and staying away from that left side.
That'll work. So we got a handful of short putts coming up here.
Yeah, really challenging hole this year with the new island green. You don't see a lot of birdies.
No, that gap off the tee has just gotten tighter and tighter throughout the years, which makes it more challenging because this hole isn't very short either with how uphill it is.
Yeah, great birdie. Have to look at the stats to see if that's the only one. I know there wasn't many.
Got some crowd out here. Love it. Moving on to the last hole here, hole 18, par 4. Teeing off from OB, as you can see these white stakes here, it kind of bubbles out. There's a lot of room to the left. You want to land somewhere around here to give yourself an angle up to this green. The OB kind of follows along on that left side the whole way and wraps around behind and right of the pin. Not very far, I would say 15 to 20 feet behind the pin. So very challenging hole, and you can't even see the pin after you throw your tee shot. You kind of just see the flag. A lot of players going with just a forehand chip shot distance driver here, which is what I'm going with.
Yeah, great spot off the tee. That's all you really want. Yep, that's all you want, to stay in bounds. Leave yourself an opportunity for the next shot.
Just needs to stay a little bit straight. It's kind of leaking right into the rough a little bit
Yeah,
there.
in bounds, which is fortunate, but definitely cut off from the birdie look. I like the flex on this one.
Yeah, this should be great, which it is. Got 3 in position, and Cade probably just going to be laying up for the par.
So like you said, blind off the tee. You can't even see the basket from here. But this looks great.
Yeah, it's just a straight shot, probably from where we're at, about 300, maybe about 320.
Yeah,
or
circle
so.
one. Oh, wow. 10, 15 feet.
Davis
There-
with, the
Bu-
orange
that
buzz.
There it is.
Same buzz.
Love
This
the
looks
turn
great.
on that. Great speed control just to keep it away from the out of bounds. And 10 feet. That's perfect. That's what you want.
Kind of following suit here. This looks good.
Yeah, I like y'all's shots, but I was also thinking about the out of bounds behind the tee. So I left mine a little short. Circle's edge. Cade wanted to get this one close just to save his par, but it's leaking left.
I like this position better. I think it's cooler.
He's going to find that OB, and he's going to be
Yeah.
about 30, 25 feet for
Unfortunate
his
to find the
bogey.
OB. Yeah, unfortunate. A little low.
Rough finish for Cade there.
Yeah, he's playing great. The circle's edge. Thinking about that OB behind it. Downhill putt. And left it a little short. A little short. That was for 11 down.
Yeah, I mean, that's fire. A little bit right there for me.
Was the OB in your head there?
No, maybe I was thinking more so about the scores being 2 back versus 3 back.
Yeah. Good birdie by Davis. Way to finish.
Tap out pars and a double bogey finish for Cade.
Oh, there's me talking to Felix. I try to make a good one for him. But that's the back 9 here at the Crucible. This is completing our first round. Myself, 10 under. Joey's at 7. And we're going to see JoJo and Jake Shelby joining us for the round 2.
Yeah, should be a good one. See you guys in round 2. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Ace Run Pro for the great coverage. And see you guys on round 2.
Sounds good. See you there.
See you.